You're funny, dude.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Tell my mom.
All right, well, what's your number?
Well, here's the thing, Max. You are very funny and a very comfortable stand-up comedian, which I think you have to be comfortable to be a stand-up comedian, but a lot of times...
Or to be funny in general.
Yeah, but a lot of times when comedians start off, and I don't even know how many years you've been doing stand-up. How long have you been doing stand-up?
Since 05.
Okay. So, a very long time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that I can sense that comfortability.
Then Matt, actually, you're pretty shitty. Now I think about it.
No, because a lot of times when you first start stand-up, especially when you feel some success, you'll chase that instead of just being aware, being present, and being, growing as a comedian.
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh, this 5 minutes works. I'll do this 5 minutes for the next 5 years. Because it's working.
I've seen a lot of that.
I mean, it's kind of been easy for me over like the past since 05, honestly, because I haven't seen any success. So it's kind of easy to just kind of talk about whatever you want.
Oh my gosh. Yo. No.
That's awesome. I feel that, bro.
Listen. I love that because I'm the same way, bro. I love this. When I explain, when people see me do well, especially somebody that I'm intimate with or somebody just when we're talking, it's like, man, can't you wait until we're selling out the clubs and we're doing the stadiums and yada. And I'm like, damn, that's cool. But I so much enjoy this moment of, nobody knows who I am.
Yeah.
And when I go out there and kill, they're like, who's that guy that we never seen before kill? They don't expect nothing from me. They don't I'm just the guy. Sometimes they might even think I look unfunny.
Yeah, that's why I fuck with this podcast, because there's 15 people that really fuck with us and tune in every week, and I don't really care about everyone else.
And that's kind of like
I totally understand that.
And that's like why I like you've seen it before too when we run the show and you find like the diamond in the rough,
Gotcha.
And then,
when there's two people swing and they miss, and then that third person, you're like, oh man, we're about to switch sides to defense now. I don't want to be on defense. And then that person gets on stage and they knock it out the park. You're like, we're back, bitch. What's up? What's up? Thank you, bro.
So Allie runs the bar for our show. I'm only putting in quotes because you can't leave.
Yeah, no. She's the host, the unofficial host. She's an offstage host.
So, and she's not in the comedy community as much as anyone else.
Don Corleone in the I'm not
So she pulls the strings.
So unless I break down the comics that are on the lineup and show them photos, which I never show her photos of who everyone is. She doesn't know who people are unless she really knows.
Yeah.
And she thinks it's so funny when someone who acts and doesn't act like and doesn't look like a performer gets brought up on stage.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
She's like,
that's always great. It's like One Punch Man.
Yeah.
You don't think he's gonna be that's tough, and then
see,
kills the fuck out of you.
I think that's what comedians like. When you see a rapper, you know the rapper. When you see the painter, you know the painter. The poet. You know the chakras person.
When
you see a comedian, you never really know.
You never know what you're gonna get.
You most of the time you be like, yo, who's this killer over there?
It's like a box of chocolates, bro.
I kind of always thought of some performing comedy as like a a baseball pitcher catcher relationship. Sometimes the pitcher's going to go in there and not have a good day, but you kind of have to throw your shit, have someone hit a home run off of you, take it off your chest, and go out the next day.
That's what's up. We were getting really into baseball references off camera earlier.
Yeah.
But to the right of me, I have a very close friend of mine. We're doing a new thing. We're riffing first, bro. That's what we're getting right into it. I'm confusing our audience now. That's all I want to do. I want to confuse y'all. So now,
when they turn it on, they're like, "How long have I been watching?"
Yes, exactly. We're gonna fade in from black. It's a whole production now. But to the right of me, I know I'm gonna speak for Sean as well. This is a close friend of both of ours. He's laughing because he spoke for me earlier, and I shout out him for it. But I'm gonna speak for both of us right now. I'm gonna say this guy's a close friend of ours. He's a fucking hilarious comic. I didn't find that out until recently. You fucking killed it at both times I've seen you perform. Against hella odds too. The room was already like, and this will fucking killed it both times. So
No, man.
That
I
is
get
sick.
like I
hold on. Let me finish the intro.
yeah.
Let me finish the intro, and then we can fucking big this fool up again. Great comic, producer of The Green Room. It's a show here in LA, first Friday every month.
Every month.
There it is. It's a really good show. It's a good time. A lot of weed, a lot of food, a lot of drinks. Okay, come out next time. Give it up for everybody, Max Goldman.
Max Goldman.
But yes, you were saying.
Oh, no. I definitely feel what you're saying about it was against the odds. I think Max likes that. He embraces
Yeah.
that. He
Yeah,
likes
I
the
know.
hell room. He likes the harder. He likes the
Look at his
harder
face all
route.
lighting up
He
and
likes
shit.
the road less traveled.
Yeah.
Like if it's an easy, good crowd and they're laughing, he'll go up there and purposely
upset.
be extra silly to be like, I gotta give myself a little handicap.
Let me make y'all uncomfortable for a little
Let me
bit.
do this a one arm at a time, I bet.
Yeah.
And then when it's a hell room, he's like, all right. He never shies away from that, and I love that because I go out a lot of times. I've been in several different, I would say, we see it a lot, comedy cliques, where it's like, yo, that's a group of comedians. And in that comedy clique, you kind of know who the opener is, you kind of know who the whatever is.
Yeah.
But in my comedy cliques that I've been in, I enjoy being that person who takes the bullet. And I see that same thing in you. You'd be like, you know what? Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Oh yeah. That's one of my favorite opportunities is getting thrown into a tough situation and turning into a positive one.
I like having fun with it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it doesn't
I feel
have,
that.
and I don't, it's very selfish of me because I don't care if it's fun for anyone else. I just want it to be fun for me.
That's the vibe I get, and that's what I feel like kind of aids your success.
Are you
be
comfortable being uncomfortable?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm comfortable making other people uncomfortable. As long as it serves me, as long as I come out satisfied at the end, happy, funny. If I think a situation's funny, I will put myself in it.
Does that stem from anywhere? Is that just in comedy? Like, were you always like comfortable being uncomfortable? Like, did you learn that from, I don't know, a coach or your dad? Like, where did that develop from?
I don't know. I grew up in a family, like a small family. I have a little sister and two parents that are still there. And I always felt like I never was able to get a word into a conversation.
Okay, I feel you.
So I always like sat back and listened to people talk and make fun of themselves in a way.
How much older are you than your sister?
I'm exactly 3 years apart.
Oh, okay.
So
As soon as you got your talking going,
yeah, so
another one.
I guess I just learned time and place and comedic timing like within my family. And if you kill it in front, or if you bomb in front of your family, like that's probably like they'll let you know for a long
Yeah.
time.
That shit won't die.
Mhm.
That shit does not die, especially in Hispanic families, bro. You can shit yourself when it's still appropriate to shit yourself.
Oh yeah.
And they'll be like, look at this fucking shitty ass fool like 20 years later. Remember you shat your pants? It's like, bro, I was a child. I was a fucking child.
I was in preschool.
Yeah.
I had an accident.
Yes, bro. You're allowed 1 or 2 in elementary school, bro.
So I grew up with like a really crass family, like a family that like they always told like they encouraged me to do better in the shittiest way.
Yeah, that's very loud, bro.
I mean, it's elaborate. I don't really understand because I want to ask you questions because I was on the opposite end. I was the youngest.
Yeah.
So you being an older sibling, like, what was this like?
Okay, so
You said they encouraged you, and you said
In the worst way possible.
in the worst way possible. So like they would never be like, oh yeah, that's funny, you should keep that. They would never be like, oh, take that to the comedy club or anything like that, or you should go do theater. That was never like a conversation. Like it wasn't encouragement in that way. It was when they noticed something,
make fun of it until you're done, until you don't do it anymore?
It wasn't that. I think like whenever they saw that I got into something, they were into it. Like when I got into a play, they were there. When I did track, they were there. The comedy thing, I think they just kind of sat back and watched. Like I
see where this goes.
Yeah, like I didn't tell jokes or anything like that. Like both my grandfathers were in the army. And they told jokes in the army, but their jokes were
like they were just like they would shoot the shit, kind of like
yeah, they were
and shit.
No, they were whole court.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like shooting the shit.
So they knew how to do that.
Hey, Goldman's really funny.
Yeah. Exactly.
So like,
what war? What can I ask?
So my grandfather was in World War II.
That's crazy,
on one
bro.
side.
That's what I was saying. Like as a Jew fighting. Your grandfather was Jewish, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He passed away a while ago, but yeah.
Fighting World War II, that's pretty fucking.
And he never talked about stuff like that.
God damn. Do you have any old artifacts?
From
like them being like
no
soldiers?
I wish. My grandfather on my dad's side had a really bad time, and when he came home, he had even worse of a time. So he never talked about that stuff. It was actually like really intense story.
God, I can only imagine that's like the war.
So
yeah, the war.
Yeah,
he was always quiet and talking about that type of war stuff. But when he my great uncle, he was able to tell jokes like that.
Yeah.
Until he passed away. They know one-liners like that. And I was never able to write shit like that.
I know what you mean.
I like telling stories of real stuff that happened, because sometimes real shit is, whether it's funny or not, like it's really interesting.
It's interesting.
Yeah. And I also like listening to the Moth on NPR, people telling real stories about stuff that's happened.
Gotcha.
And something like, even though something doesn't have a punchline, like shit's pretty funny.
If it's poignant enough, sometimes life just makes shit funny.
Yeah, and
the irony of life and shit, you know.
I also grew up like
I agree with y'all, but like the same way, because a lot of times when you're not a comedian, people will ask comedians like, how do you come up with material? Do you like sit down and write it? And I get totally what y'all saying about how it can be so much more funny and interesting when it's just a story you tell. But I think about like, I don't know, like old couples who have been together for years, or when you go over people's houses on holidays and the wife is like, hey husband, tell the car story. He doesn't have to think about.
I discovered that.
He doesn't have to think about, I wrote this story down.
Yeah.
But he just tells the car story. And each time he tells the car story, it gets a little bit better.
Yep.
It gets a little bit. I know how to hit this point. I know where to go here. I know that they're going to respond to this. And that's what we're doing. We're, reimagining those stories. And I think that that's where those punchlines or that comes in. It's like, I know where I'm driving.
I feel that.
I know this road now.
I was talking about this with my last lady. We went out to dinner one time with my family, and like on my dad's side of the family. So my dad, his wife, new kids and everything, my sisters and shit, but we didn't really we didn't grow up a lot together. So now they're telling us stories, and I noticed that these fools, they enjoy stories. They love stories. My ex, she went to the bathroom and shit, and she my brother told a fucking great story. He had everybody rolling, laughing and shit. Everyone's dying. She comes back from the bathroom, and my sister's like, tell her the story. Tell her the fucking story about the thing, and then he's trying to set it up. Everyone's so excited. They're all interrupting him, and then my oldest sister, she's younger than me, but she's the oldest of them. And she goes to everyone, shut the fuck up, shut up. Let him tell it, because he knows how to tell it funny. He's the story guy. He's the story guy, you know?
Yeah.
And so I saw him summarize the story he just told. He's like, I'm not going over this fucking 5-minute story again. Here's the 3-minute version.
And you were like, oh.
Yeah. You're like, actually, can you make it 5 minutes?
Yo, okay, so this older brother dynamic, like, cause you seem like a cool ass older brother. From I think I met your sister twice at your show, and then I found out that she was neighbors to our good friend Jonathan.
Yeah,
on the show.
Get the fuck out! No way.
Yeah. Well, she lived in the same. They moved. But
where we do the mic. Yeah.
She used to live there.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's hilarious. I used to bomb, and probably she used to hear me bomb every
in the yard. Yeah. She didn't even tell me that until she left too. She's like, oh yeah, they do comedy there for the past couple of years.
That's kind of fucked up. She knows you do comedy. She's like, I don't want this fool coming to my house.
She'll do that.
You seem like my older brothers were like this for me. Mm-hmm. They were the bridge for me to my parents.
Did they beat the shit out of you?
Well, yeah, but that was the cost.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, I have no power in the world, so I have power over you. But with that power, I will love you like no one else.
See, people tell me all the time that I should have beat the shit out of my sister when I had the chance.
You can't do that.
No,
sister.
Nah, the sister, that's fucked up. You beat up your sister.
You beat up your little brother,
bro. Okay, look, I used to fight my little sister.
I'm trying to kill your little. It's making you tough. It's making you strong. You trying to kill your little brother.
I'm gonna choke you till you pass the fuck out.
I used to fight my little sister all the time. My stepsister. Me and my stepbrothers, we used to fight her all the time, bro.
I just not related to you.
Yeah.
Who brought me into this family and they beat the shit out of me?
No. Well, no, it was the opposite.
Doing here?
It was
you came into their family?
I came into their family, and I was like, oh, we all fight? All right, bet. And so
you had to show your place in the dynamic.
And so, but no, she would fucking try us all the time, and then we'd be like, "Come on, don't make us do this," and she would hit us hard.
Oh, she would come on like, "Nah, y'all are below me." You'd be like, "Yo, chill out."
See, my sister's just easy to make fun of. Like that's like
you would roast each other.
Oh well, no, I just roast the shit out of her. But like,
okay.
Her roast, like she went. Like her roast should be a lot better. Like she writes a lot better than me. So she'll dig into you in a way like that's truthful, but like we all have those problems. You dented your car last week, you shitty driver, and I'll be like, bro, like your car's trashed as fuck.
Yeah.
Like it's like shit like that where like I could totally tear into her for. Comedically.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. I got mad yesterday. I was me and my boy Left Swift. We do a stream together where we just talk shit to each other while we play video games. And before the stream started, this will hit me with a hard one, with like a personal shit. And I was like, "Hey man, before we get started with the stream, let me just tell you to go fuck yourself, right quick, okay? We're supposed to keep it fun."
Hey Lou, you gotta watch out for your blood pressure.
or just like relationship type shit. I'm just like, hey, bitch, don't make me. I have a lot of shit I can say right now. I want to be an asshole.
I want to tell you about a time where the flip switched so crazy, like how the energy. So I'm playing basketball at LA Fitness.
Yeah.
And I'm with my best friend, and we've been best friends since elementary school, third grade.
This is LA Fitness?
No, I'm in New Jersey, LA Fitness. But
they have LA Fitness outside of
Fitness is everywhere.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you that.
Everybody wants to be in LA shape.
And they'll open up an LA Fitness in like an old movie theater too.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. Bunch of treadmills like where the seats used to be and shit. Everybody watching one movie.
And then like a racquetball court there too.
So I'm in there hooping. I'm with my best friend, and we start going at it. And when you are familiar with somebody, the trash talk really comes out. So like I know this guy. So he said something to me, like he goes by me, "You ain't never been able to guard me." And I was like, "What? You didn't even play." and so
you haven't known me that long.
But I did. I've known him since the third grade, so I know that he might not have made varsity. I went to college, so I'm old and out of shape. But he's a trainer now, so he's busting my ass. So I'm like, so we're going.
Late in shape. When you get in shape later on in life, you're an asshole about it.
That's the thing.
You're a fucking asshole about it, dog.
From 21 to 30,
I can't wait to be a douchebag, bro. I can't fucking wait.
But so we're going at it, and he's starting to get personal. I'm starting to get personal, and I'm saying shit like, "Oh, you want me to hire some cameras to come in here so you can finally have a highlight tape?"
God damn, son.
I'm
God damn, son.
He's going in on me. He's going on me. So then
I love a good trash talk, bro.
So then the right, I can go there, right. You know I got shit. But so then the manager of the gym or whatever, the guy at the front desk, He comes in.
Y'all need to chill out.
He comes in and say we gotta chill. We both immediately turn on him, and it's like,
Fuck you.
don't fucking yell at my friend. I yell at my friend. If you yell at my friend, we'll both fuck you up. And then we got in the car together and was happy that we got mad at him.
That's why I don't get involved with what is it called? Lovers quarrels.
Oh yes.
Yeah. You don't get involved with someone that's known each other for that long.
Bro, you think you're doing the right thing? Like, hey, don't you look like this fool looks like he's about to hit his lady. You're like, hey, yo, fucking relax.
And they both turn out.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, bitch, don't use me as therapy. I was trying to help you out.
Don't call my boyfriend bitch. Yo.
Don't fucking use me to better your relationship, you fucks.
I love where we're recording.
Max, was you a toxic boy?
Was I toxic?
Yeah,
Ever in your life?
I feel like
did I-
What's the worst thing you ever did to anyone? Go right now. You're on camera. No, I'm just kidding.
That was a deep. Just like, yeah.
Did you kill anyone? You ever kill somebody?
Where's the bodies next?
No. Look, I'm a human of circumstance.
No, have you learned through trial and error?
Oh,
Like,
fuck yeah.
Has your relationship history been a colorful one, or do you feel like you choose good partners?
My relationship with comedy or my relationship with
No, I'm talking about your intimate relationship, like your dating life. Do you feel like you choose good partners
No.
in the past?
Like right now? No, not at all.
No.
Actually, I don't know what I'm doing here. No. I'm just-
I would say like through school, no. But like when you're in school, you're forced to be with those people.
Yeah, you kind of are a
You
victim
fuck
of
with
choice at that
me,
point.
Yeah. So like
It's a sample size of humanity.
I dated people that I went to school with, and then I was like that person that like, oh, my girlfriend's at another school. But like when you're in the valley, like you kind of meet people and social media, you meet people like anyway. I was in my last couple of relationships, I was set up on blind dates. So if there's a problem, it's all my friends. It's not on me.
Oh, that's what's up for me. Is
God damn, on a blind date, do you feel pressure to make it work for your friends? It's like,
that's a
yo,
good
we
question.
gotta be in this social setting together with these other people.
That's a great
How do we remain cordial? Do we act like we like each other? Do we like each other? Is it because, like, when you're on that date, is that common bonding factor, the fact that you guys are in this friend group? Like,
I think it just depends. Like you don't want to like give it your all on your first time. Like I don't consider that as my 5 minutes.
Oh, like you're not doing your type 5 on the blind date?
No.
I would be doing my best fucking 5 minutes, bro, on a blind date.
There's certain things that
I just want to be. I like approval.
There's certain things that I did on like a first date. I 100% do not like asking someone, what do you do for work?
Mm-hmm.
So I will avoid that.
Why is that?
I just
You think it's boring?
I don't like that either.
I don't give a shit.
Really?
I feel like it's almost like, hey, how much do you pay for rent? It's a calculating question, so I can judge how much I have to value you.
Yeah.
For me, it's like when I ask that question, I want to hear how long your answer is.
Oh, how interested are you in?
How interested are you into what you do?
But there's another way to ask that. Like, what are you passionate about?
Yeah,
What's your
And to me, if they could talk about that forever, like I feel like they're only going to talk about that.
it's only that.
But
yeah,
if you
yeah.
could figure out a way to, like, if your work is your only life, I'm only going to hear that. But if I don't ask you about work ever, like I didn't find out what Allie did until like the third date.
Also, it's a nice filler question. I feel like it's not so surface level that you're just like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I don't know enough about you, so let me ask what you do for a living. You do that for 8 hours a day, most likely. You're probably going to have a little bit of your personality is going to come out of it.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit more creative.
Yeah, yeah.
And Allie actually felt the same way on her blind date. Like she didn't want to.
Oh, you met your current girl on a blind date as well.
Yeah, my current girlfriend on a blind date, 100%.
That's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
So it worked out, huh?
Yeah, it worked out. We've been together for 8 years. We've been on and off. I'm kidding. No,
Dude, when you hear that in a story, in a relationship origin story, you're like, if that comes up in the first 30 seconds, you're like, oh man.
dude,
I don't know. I think that's beautiful.
I
think a little on and off is healthy,
But
especially
that can't come up in the first 30 seconds though.
Okay.
Of your origin story, you're like, oh, y'all had some problems.
I asked
Y'all
my
had
dad.
problems.
I asked my dad, like, how do you meet mom? And they also met on a blind date. They
No
met.
shit.
Yeah, they met on a blind date under the
Under the
bell tower in Temple University.
Do you feel like this is a healthy way to meet? Like, do you feel like your friends, because a lot of times, that's why I asked you, do you feel like you pick good partners? Like, we ignore the red flags.
I fall in love with people every day.
Whoever.
Trust me.
Hey,
I
you
know
like
exactly
me?
what
I
you
like
mean.
you too.
Right. When you said like you said you don't give your first 5 minutes, I'm like, yo, if she laughs at my crowd work, oh, I'm giving her the special. Yeah. Oh, we vibing? Oh, well, let's watch this, baby.
Here, look at my notebook.
I got iPad games. I got
Let's dig deep until you don't like me no more. No, let's get into Max a little bit.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we kind of got a little bit of more backstory. Let's get the forestory.
Yeah,
bro.
I got liquor in me too.
Give me the press junket. You're promoting something. What are you promoting? Go ahead now.
Oh,
Sell yourself to America, bro.
Okay. My name's Max. For a certain amount of money, I'll get nude on camera.
How much money?
$350.
Okay, next episode. I don't have the cash on me.
we talk about this a lot, but Max has a staple in the community.
Oh, you talking about the green room?
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were that like nude.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's got a centerfold in the
He's
thought
that's what you meant by staples. It's
Exactly.
a staple in the middle. No, but okay. So let me sell you a little bit.
Okay, thank you. I'll take it. It's fine. It's really hard. I don't talk about myself ever.
Yeah, no, don't. It's hard to, bro. Even though that's what we do for a fucking living, all of us. When someone's like, "Hey, so tell me about yourself," you're like, "I'm not a person. I'm not a real person. I don't actually exist. I'm a fucking idea. I just have these fucking thoughts."
I wear a size medium and I wrap cables really well.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, that's what's up. But no,
I asked you this earlier, but I can condense my question.
Oh yeah, I'll listen.
All right, word.
I'll listen.
That's all I
I fucking hope so.
So the Green Room. It's a staple. It's a comedy show. It's one of the premier 420 comedy shows here in LA, and it's been going on for 3 years now.
We've been since
three
like
or four?
08.
08?
Yeah.
Oh damn. So
Green Room's been going on since 08.
before
But
I met him.
But we've been on and off for a while. So
Oh, see, it happened in the first 30 seconds,
So,
bro.
yeah.
His relationship with his comedy show is probably
It's
rocky.
just like his
Let's hear the story. Let's hear the story.
I had a whole different girlfriend.
So 8 years ago.
She booked all the wrong comics.
Yeah,
It was
go on.
terrible. We had to go under for a little bit.
She didn't know how to work the door. So with the Green Room, you said since 08?
Yeah.
Okay, since
God,
08
damn, son.
here in Los Angeles. God,
That's
damn,
pretty
08,
fire, dog. Fucking pound that.
6th grade.
Yeah, I've been here since 05, 6th grade. Or it's 01.
So you started the show when you were in fucking 6th grade, bro?
Oh, no, sorry.
I'm trying to remember when was
Oh,
I
no,
in
no,
6th
wait, did I
grade.
say 08?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I was gonna say,
Oh,
so
wow.
this nigga's in 10th grade. Like,
No,
yo,
no.
we got the weed show this weekend.
I'm sorry.
Damn, son.
I'm sorry, guys. I started this in 2018.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
okay.
10 years
Okay,
later.
okay. So that's 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
All right, I was right.
That's what's
Okay.
up.
Okay.
So you started around the time that we met, then.
Yes. I thought
Yeah,
I
That's
thought
what's
I was
up.
correct.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You're just making it up, throwing me all off.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
guys.
2018, you start the Green Room.
Yeah.
My first experience coming to LA was 2016, and then a year and a half later, I moved there to LA. I moved here to LA.
So you visited and then you came
Yes.
out to yeah.
So when I
bought
first
the
came to
timeshare,
LA,
didn't you?
when I first came to LA, there were still rec cards with the weed.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
weed wasn't necessarily this super popular legal thing. It was still kind of an obscure thing. And you started a weed show, a 420 friendly show where people can come and smoke weed at the show. Like, what inspired that? Like, did you just always see weed as this corporate venture, or what started that?
I wanted my friends to show up. I just wanted people to come and hang out and like not feel like that they were.
Hey, man, I got some weed.
Yeah,
You wanna
pretty
pull up
much,
to the
yeah.
show?
Yeah, you guys come on. Like I got comedy, and you guys could blaze there. Pretty much.
The world's already doing it. You're just
Yeah.
like, hey, come on.
Also, that one place where you can go and smoke or go and drink is very, very much needed, bro. Like every friend group has that one homie. You know what I mean? Like the
Oh, you can smoke at his crib?
Yeah, and it's all good.
And you ain't got to worry about nobody. Yeah.
That's the only house you're ever at, bro. That's the only house you go to for the party and all that
or
shit.
if you find a bar where the owner is like, nah, go ahead, get your shit off. You be like, oh shit, we can smoke in there?
Yeah.
Like, can I marry you?
I smoked one time
when you go
ever.
to somebody's house. Hey, can we
That's what that painting's for, bro. Remember I said, that one particular this picture, by the way, you guys can't see it, but we got a picture of Saul Goodman
Yes.
and Dale Denton over here when they first meet and that cross joint.
I don't sell Percocets, man. Percocets, man.
When I met the owner of the place, and this picture was in here when I met him. We're both standing here, and I asked him straight up, "Hey, can I smoke in here?" And he gives me a look like, "Come on, man."
All you gotta do is point to the picture. That's all it is.
Like I was stupid for asking.
And now this is my favorite place to record, bro. Because this is the spot. We come, we smoke, we fucking get our shit done.
The hardest part about the entire thing was like.
So in 2018, you start this.
Yeah.
It was. What was your challenges? Like, what did you?
Finding a venue
That was cool with weed.
not just that like wanted.
Because that sounds tough as fuck.
Well, because you'll find
A licensed corporation place, fucking an actual
you'll find
motherfucking
places,
company, bro.
but you'll find places that will be like, give us $2,000 and you can do whatever the fuck you want here.
Oh yes.
That's
But like,
cool.
yo, I don't want to be.
Shout out to my Armenian homies, bro. You know what I'm saying? They you know.
I've been
You can pay the legal fees.
You grease a couple elbows, everything's cool, man.
No, you want people that want you there. So we found a place that wanted us there, and then you kind of want to create an environment that people want to hang out in. Like, have you ever been to an open mic where people do their shit and leave?
Yeah.
I hate that shit, man.
Yeah.
And you
sad.
can't just tell people like,
Hey, don't leave.
yeah, hey, don't leave. So you have to create an
I fucking hate
environment.
those. I leave out of spite sometimes. I'm like, watch me.
You want people like to be
You
able
won't
to
even notice.
like hang out and chill and watch a good show. So you have to have a good run of show, and the creating a run of show and producing something that's just beyond people talking on stage is a little bit harder to get, and that's also something that you need to get through to the venue.
You're trying to curate the vibe.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Curate the vibe.
Don't fucking do me like that, bro. Why would he do that, dude? That's fucked
You
up.
gotta curate the vibe.
So in 2018, you start curating this vibe. At what point do you feel like you're like, oh shit, I got a rhythm. I caught a vibe here. I
Day
got
one.
something going.
Day one.
From day
Okay.
one.
Day one.
From
That's
show
what's up.
one.
So, like, I've been doing comedy open mics since 2005, and
So you know what the scene looks like.
Yeah.
You know what something looks like when it's working.
yeah, you know what it looks like when it's working. You try to create that vibe. You want to, and I know this sounds weird, but you want it to look like that people are having a good time. So you try to you put a line out front of the door, so people are driving by. It looks like shit's going on.
You let him wait a little bit.
Let them wait a little
Wait
bit.
in line.
Also, I learned this from my
Like that.
Salivate.
I learned this from my
like that.
grandfather's funeral. You take seats out of there so people are standing up in the back so it looks more crowded.
How pop it? Oh, hey, your grandpa was the OG. He's like, yo, when I die, you take out that back
Standing
row.
room only.
You take out that back row.
I gotta
Bro.
play musical chairs.
And there better be at least 3 motherfuckers crying, bro. If 3 motherfuckers ain't crying, I'm coming back. I'm gonna haunt you motherfuckers.
I'm at my grandfather's funeral, and I always thought my dad was like a patriarch, so I've always thought he'd be like the person to keep it cool under something like this. But he's like crying.
Those are always the dudes that cry.
Really?
That's always the guy that cries the most at the funeral.
Yeah, so
the
my dad-
fucking rock hard stone, bro.
So my dad's crying, and I'm like, I try to console him, and I'm like, Zeta, who's my grandfather in Yiddish, Zeta would be so happy that all these people are here right now. And he looks at me and he's like, he'd be so pissed that no one's standing up in the back.
That's a man knowing his pop.
That is hilarious.
So from 13 on, I'm like, I'm going to remove those empty seats.
Right.
Yeah, you have
know
to.
Dad, I got you.
Yeah.
Also, you're welcome.
You're standing, Lou. Sean's standing.
Sean, yeah, me,
You
Sean,
understand.
Allie, and like whoever we're talking to, always standing, bro, always in the back, in the way, by the door.
It looks cool.
We do it for you.
Practicing for at the green room.
We do it for you, bro. We're practicing for Max's funeral.
Just show up old and decrepit.
Now,
Someone goes up on stage, we go, ugh.
I haven't stood in years, but I'll stand.
This motherfucker did not practice his speech.
it's also like
story.
He's running the light. Someone light this motherfucker, bro.
it's also turned into like a community event too. Like,
What you mean?
like
Definitely has.
like,
I mean, I know what you mean,
Definitely
but
has.
like my neighbors show up, like, and without inviting them.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
people in
no,
the neighborhood.
That's their outing now. That's their outing.
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Whether they like partake or not, like you see people like
Yeah.
that definitely do not look like that they're supposed to.
Also, the option of BYOB at any type of event that isn't like just a normal fucking party.
Where we actually changed that, bro. It was an open bar last time.
Yeah, no. Well, I thought you all were just experimenting.
So
is that a new thing?
Yo, so first we had a bar and we sold drinks and stuff like that, but
Allegedly.
yeah, that's allegedly a federal offense.
Allegedly.
So you're not supposed to do that anymore. So we
But he didn't. Just
There was a licensed bartender at the event.
Doug
Allegedly.
Doug had a
he has a liquor license.
Mhm, Doug has a liquor license.
Whoa, so you can get a liquor license that travels with you?
Yeah,
You have to be
a bartender.
You have to be a bartender to mix and sell liquor.
Oh,
You have to have a liquor license
to sell.
to sell it.
Yeah.
So he could go and mix alcohol at any event, but it just can't be sold. So we didn't.
So allegedly, you had. Oh wait, no.
So people came in and brought their own drinks for a while, and that was cool. But you kind of miss a vibe of having a bar there.
Yeah, I feel that.
So we brought the bar back, and we had an open bar, and that was sick.
It was pretty sick.
Wow, sick. It was sick.
Yeah. Try it again. One more time.
Hold on, let me try.
All right, good. All right, Sean, pretend. We're listening. We're listening. Ready?
And that was sick.
Damn. It was sick. It was pretty sick.
Yeah, it creates a vibe. As a producer, like it's another thing to keep in my head, but I also like it's another producing thing that I like. Like I want to be able to create the drinks at my bar. Yeah.
You do? Oh, do you have you made any like? Because you know butter.
Yeah.
And you have an interesting story about butter. Every time I bring up butter,
Oh my
and
god.
we can get into it afterwards.
Yeah.
But butter has his own drink called Talent Juice. Have you thought of making any type of specific drink?
Talent
Yeah,
Juice?
Talent Juice.
Talent Juice.
So we had Talent Juice for a little bit, and that was
So you featured butter's
is that
drink.
what we're
Talent
doing?
No, it wasn't called
No,
Talent Juice.
this is just Mexican, the Mexican party drink, bro.
Okay.
The squirt, little cazadores, you know.
So when you're running a show, you're also running the bar. There's things that you kind of have to like take into consideration. There's people that you do not give alcohol ever. So you have to know those people.
You gotta know.
Yeah.
You know those people beforehand?
Fuck yes.
Are they usually comics or are they fans?
They're
Like audience members.
fans are harder to tell. Comics,
You know.
you know.
You know who.
I mean, they'll either tell you or you had them on stage and you're like, I can't give you a drink anymore.
I feel that.
And so, but there's also comics that like go on stage.
I've seen a few of those.
There's comics that go on stage and they perform so well
drunk.
And as much as I want to make a perfect thing happen, encouraging that is not good.
Yeah, I feel that because that might be the day they fucking didn't eat.
Exactly. And you also
oh no,
you're responsible. Like even though you're just doing a show, you're responsible for every single person that's there.
I feel that
100%.
Hell yeah.
You're legally responsible. So we also we have insurance and shit like that.
Oh, that's sick. I didn't know that.
So I got to make sure no one dies, has a safe ride home, besides having a good time.
Okay, that's what's up. I didn't know that. I broke all your rules. I'm sorry.
Right. You tell me. Once you leave here, get the fuck out. Go home. You can die.
No, I try to
Yeah,
make,
Sean fucking out here wilding after your shows, bro. You should.
I try to make sure I'm the last person there.
Driving like a Grand Theft Auto character.
Move.
But I'll drive you home if you need. I'll take you home.
No, word. You actually. No,
I drive by myself
All jokes aside, he has offered us rides home or to kick it out of your place to sober up.
I drive.
Do
home
you
every
yourself have stand-up rules that you follow?
Yeah.
Like I don't drink, I don't, anything like that?
No. I always I pay everything. I tip people. I always pay.
What do you mean, like when you're performing, or
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're okay, cool.
Yeah, and like even if I'm not performing,
Is there an option to not pay? Because I would totally not
100%.
pay.
Like,
a lot of.
I don't really understand what you mean. What are you paying for?
Yeah.
Like-
That's what I'm saying.
so if when I'm researching comedians, they'll send me their YouTube pages. And as much as I think people are funny on their YouTube, I want to see them in real life. So I'll go to comedians.
Oh, to their show
Yeah, I'll
and
go to
pay
their
for
show.
a ticket.
So whether
That's what you mean.
whether they give me a free ticket or not, I'm gonna pay and support. If they're a cool venue, I'll pay and support. I won't do free drinks. If it's a friend show, I'll 100% pay. 100% tip the bartender every time. And I make sure if Allie gets a free drink, you tip on that too.
Oh, okay. That's what's
100%.
up. I feel that.
And I 100% think that is a family thing.
Damn, I feel like a piece of shit now because one time I showed up to one of your shows and you were busy and I was like, "Hey, Max," and you were like, and then like went back to what you were doing and the door guy was like, "I don't give a fuck. That's $35," and I was like, "Oh god."
Yeah.
I was like, "God damn."
No,
I was hoping he let me in.
No. That's totally different. You guys don't pay, obviously, but I have a door person who. When you have a door person that doesn't know anything about the comedy community.
Well, this wasn't at your usual spot. This was at
Oh my god, the Chateau.
and so yeah, that guy, Jersey Jim, did not recognize me that night.
No. And honestly, the door guys are really the door person.
He's chill.
He's a match. He's a very cool dude. And that's another thing. When you are running a show, you are responsible for every little bit and pieces.
Like even the guy taking the tickets, is that what you're getting?
Yeah,
at?
even the person taking the tickets. I had someone come up to me and say, "Hey, your door person's really mean." Like, but I'm like, what do they do? And like they asked me for if I was performing, like they were just being like a hard ass, and I'm like, no, you could handle that shit.
Yeah, you grow up.
Yeah, you can handle that shit.
You never been to Avalon? The motherfuckers will violate you right as you're walking in, bro.
I started out as the door guy for the green room. I did it for like a year.
Oh, that's what's up.
And it was a.
That's what they were talking shit about. Like, yo, this guy at the door.
It probably was. It was an interesting experience because, like, even though I was the door guy, no one respected my authority. Like, no one would.
They knew you were a comic.
Yeah, like I would ask them, like, "Hey, do you have a ticket?" They were like, "Yes." Why do I have to show you?
Yeah,
and I'll be
it's
like,
very weird.
all right.
They do it if they do it to me too. If like even like I don't get it. I think I don't want to say it's a pandemic thing, but people like I try to make it I put curtains there to make it look like an entrance.
Something's happened.
Dude, like the only thing that will make it 100% noticeable is if you put someone with a rifle there. Mm-hmm.
Show your ticket, boy.
Yeah.
Tickets. No, yeah, that's.
But thanks for talking about my show. Like, I don't get to talk about it very much. I probably do one podcast a year. I'll be honest, one podcast a year besides Crack 'em Up. But I don't even talk about it.
Yeah. Have you been to Crack 'em Up recently at all?
I have. I haven't done podcasts.
Actually, I saw you were there a couple days ago, right?
I was. It was.
How was it?
Honestly, I went because it was a different circumstance, but like I stopped going because of I guess social anxiety. And I like it. I genuinely love everyone there, and I want to see people there.
No, yeah, same.
I don't understand it. They gave me medication for that now.
Word.
No, I think you do understand and don't want to talk about it because I think it's a very. We talk about this all the time. The store itself, the Comedy Store, is a very. The social environment there is so intensified.
You'll
see somebody that you see all the time,
but when you see him at the store,
when you see him at the store, it's completely.
It's like seeing him at church.
Yes, that's perfect. It's like seeing him at church. Oh, we got to be on our best behavior here. It's such a.
I almost want to put on a disguise or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
and just go in there and be a regular person and not have to.
And I'm
not have to do the dance.
I'm not even famous. I'm negative famous. They check my ID every time I go in there.
Yeah, me too.
It's
I felt like I used to feel slighted by that for a little bit because I was there literally every week.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, if I go to the thing and you don't ID me, I'm gonna be concerned because I'm gonna be like, you ain't IDing nobody, bro. I haven't been here in years. So
I got
it's
patted,
literally been years since I've gone to the comedy store.
I got patted down. They made me take my obviously. They made me put my stuff back in the car.
Can you believe that they took my fucking gun and my knife from me, bro? These fucking assholes.
You know, they took my grenades.
I forgot about that. But it's a social anxiety that I didn't know I had because I was there. I did 3 years straight at the comedy store.
In San Quentin.
3 years straight in San Quentin. I did 3 years straight at the comedy store, and literally 3 years straight, missing.
Holy fuck! I think we both of us did 2 years almost, just about. Maybe like a year and a half.
Even like holidays and shit like that.
That is insane.
When the owner passed away, I was there. I was sitting Shiva, which is what the Jewish mourning period when the owner passed away.
Do you ever hear about at the comedy store that once a year they try to channel the spirit of Andy Kaufman?
Bro, there's so much weird shit that they do there.
That place is oh man.
There's some.
Yeah.
I fuck with it. I love it because that's right up my alley. All that haunted, fucking spiritual. When my hairs stand up on my arms, that's why I'm alive. Baby.
There's weird shit that happens there. When I worked out in the basement and I saw like old menus from like before it was
Sheephead.
It was called Ciro's.
Oh, Ciro's. Yeah.
Took that
the mob club.
Yep, the mafia club. The basement, they renovated it, but they still have storage area, and they just kept all the shit from when it was Ciro's.
You know what? I feel like this is a good vein because I feel like Max is the type of guy that you get to be in like weird places and no one will question you. And I feel like you have like this confidence about you, like I'm supposed to be in the weirdest spot of the place.
Definitely does.
Where like if I feel like if I go, it's a 50-50. Depending on what day, they'll be like, oh, he knows what he's doing, or they'll be like,
work fucking off, like at a paid job, a high-end job, fucking off.
Allegedly.
Nobody's got the confidence to say anything to him.
yeah, no, facts. I've seen that. This fool asked me if I wanted a soda or a water.
Yes.
While I was working too. I'm like, motherfucker, aren't you doing something?
Work? How are you?
We're both working right now, dog. What do you mean?
I actually never got called back for that job. I haven't worked since then. That was actually Netflix was a joke. That was the biggest gig I've had for the highest paid client, and that was the least amount of money I've ever gotten paid for doing that.
Shout out to Netflix.
The rich get rich.
Shout out to Netflix.
I was also the only company representative, so I didn't.
I thought you were gonna say you were the diversity hire. I was gonna be like, God damn. God damn.
I learned that sometimes I am.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Let me hear it. Lay it on me.
The diversity hire?
Yeah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
He's saying,
Purei Puri Hagafen.
You're hired.
So when you're the diversity hire, I feel like we've all felt that. And dealt with that.
That's why I'm curious because I'm like I've been that. I know you felt like you've been that.
What is the, I guess, qualifying, signifying? What are the red flags?
How do you know? Yeah. How do you know? How do you know you're the diversity
What do
hire?
you notice? What do they come at you with that make you feel like, hey, I'm a person. I'm not.
Yeah.
That's a better way to ask what I was trying to say.
So like you don't want to. When you look at someone, you don't want to see how they're different.
Gotcha.
So when you're applying for a job and it asks you to check off like how your disabilities or your ethnicity and stuff like that, I just check off I prefer not to answer.
Really?
I used to do that too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I'm afraid of that
Y'all
answer.
motherfuckers ain't gonna get me.
I'm afraid of that answer.
Nah, I'm not being put on that motherfucking list, bro.
they just assume I'm exotic, and they just assume I'm exotic. And he's not from this world.
So they think they're getting the diversity hire, and then you pull up in the morning like, "What's up, bitch? What's good?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like in Philly, like that's a huge Jewish community. But
okay.
my elementary school where I grew up, me and my sister were the only Jewish people. And that's not weird because we look like everyone else, but people always consider us to be like exotic.
Can I ask you a question?
Maybe.
The word like Jew, is that derogatory? Does it depend on how you use it, or is it usually when you hear that word like instead of Jewish person?
It depends how you use it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you say this fucking Jew.
Usually, when you put a fucking before anything, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Also, if you're Jewish and you
get more of a pass.
Oh fuck yeah. Like
but like a non-Jew. See, look, because I'm about to say it right now. I was gonna say a non-Jew. You could say the word Jew. Like
you could say like just like how I use the word black or Mexican.
Yeah.
But like,
well, no, because it would be like Mexican is kind of like the whole word. If you were to be like a fucking a Mexi or something, I'd be like,
you're like,
yeah. So when I say Jew instead of Jewish, I feel like some type of way. Like, am I overstepping?
No, I could be Jew. I could be Jew.
I could be brown. I could be Jew. I could be bi. You know this guy. I could be purple. Okay, I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, green room. Thanks for that, guys.
All right. So just to put a bow on it, it depends. Really.
Oh yeah.
It depends.
Because like I had there was someone that I was friends with someone in college, and she's like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" And I'm like, "No, I got to study." And she's like, "Stop being such a fucking."
God damn.
That's a little bit much, I will say. If there's a line that's kind of over the line,
and
was she also Jewish? No. Oh, damn.
Yeah. Well, let's put her last name out there so we can get her canceled. Let's get her fired. Fuck this bitch.
Paige.
You bitch. How could you?
We did a theater class together, and she came over. We rehearsed a few things, and we just like got friendly. And
Do you know where she works?
She works.
You're fired.
He wants to so bad. I know you know where she works, motherfucker.
I don't know. It's traumatizing, bro.
Yeah, no, I feel you, bro.
It's traumatizing. I've never been called that before in my life.
Really?
No.
I've been called. One thing that I feel about Jewish people, and I think this is it goes across a lot of cultures. Oppressed people are funny.
Yeah, I can see that.
I literally have a joke called "The Jokes." I literally have a book called "The Jokes of Oppression: The History of the Jewish People."
Like people who have like had to figure it out guerrilla style, like through trial and error. They got jokes about it.
Yeah,
they got jokes about the time that they fucked up.
Well, the joke is pretty much it bees like that.
That's what I'm saying about like you said that you were the exotic at this school. How does someone know that you're Jewish?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think the last name helps a lot.
Okay.
I also I went to kindergarten there, and when you're a kindergarten teacher, you want to know like as much as you can about your kid and their family.
I can see that because I remember learning about Armenians in kindergarten, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I had a kid named Armin in my class, and they was like, "What kind of fucking name is Armin, bro?"
And there's a huge Armenian,
And you couldn't.
And so my kindergarten teacher was like, "Oh yeah, he's Armenian." And I'm like, "Well, that makes sense. Armenian."
And I wasn't publicly different either. Like I don't wear a yarmulke. I don't do prayers every day. Like so people don't know unless you say so. And I remember like during Hanukkah one year, like I had to do like Hanukkah prayer with my sister from the entire school. And also
Wait, hold on. Did they make you do that, or
I'm sure they asked, and I said okay. They didn't say like.
But y'all were like the only like Jewish kids in school.
Me, my sister, and Sam Saltzman and his sister.
Sam Saltzman. I know about Sam Saltzman. Yo, fuck Sam Saltzman.
God damn.
So
hey, you owe me $20, that motherfucker.
So Sam Saltzman, I'm sure Sam's a great person. I'm sure he's still a great person. But if I told someone, hey, I'm Jewish, and they go like Sam Saltzman, and you go,
no, not like
because like we're both Jewish, we're both Jewish this way.
But he's like Jewish,
like bro.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't say his name like this, but he might as well be like, I'm Sam Saltzman. I'm Jewish.
Yeah.
But he was totally a cool dude. Like it was a small intimate group. This is just me being anti-Semitic against Sam Saltzman.
Well, okay,
that's fine. I do that with my own people all the time too.
Tell me if I'm going too far.
Yeah.
But if you can enlighten me, like me and Lou talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
Brown beef, inter-brown beef, inter-black beef. Is there like beef between Orthodox and unorthodox?
Yeah. But it's not like what you think. So
is it more like trying to stun on each other with the religion type shit, or like one people's like shut the fuck up, the other people are like no you motherfuckers?
It could get like that, but like Orthodox is such a small yet powerful group. Like so you could like Orthodox run they have like private schools in the area.
Yeah.
But they don't have to teach them how to read or write.
You can just teach them how to like
just read the Torah.
And it counts as school.
Yeah.
So there's beef with that.
So like we have different.
Like y'all stupid, y'all don't even know algebra, bro. They don't even teach you that shit.
It has to do with like assimilation.
Oh, okay.
So I look like this. But when you think in your head a Jew on the street, you think of top hat, suit.
You think of Sam Saltzman.
But in Sam, you think of what
the ASAP Rocky break.
Exactly. You think of what Sam Saltzman
represents. Yeah.
But Sam Saltzman literally wore this every day.
Oh, okay, got you.
But what you see of Hasidic people, the Hasidic Jews, that's their style. Like
they chose to be. That's Mexican cowboys.
Yes,
that's what that is.
Exactly.
That is Mexican cowboys, bro. And where the belt buckle's like, motherfucker, what year is it?
But do you see how some of it, like they'll wear suits, but it's like hemmed the right way. It's like slim cut.
That's them stunting.
Yeah.
That's them stunting, bro.
Like it's not like you're Jewish, but you're like
that's not a uniform.
Exactly. It's not a uniform. It's not a uniform.
You got your sleeves rolled up. You're not supposed to roll up your sleeves.
It's a style. You cover yourself. You dress nice. You don't like. Bro, I could be 100% Hasidic and dress like this and go like they'll let me into synagogue and shit like that.
They'll just look at you funny.
Exactly.
Yeah, we get a lot of that too. In
but they'll sell culture. But like Hasidics will sell drugs and shit. Like,
well, the Sopranos, bro. The Jews were running the fuck up in the Sopranos, bro. It was the Italian mobs and their families, and they would fuck with the black gangs and their families, and then they would fuck with the Jews and their families.
Yeah.
Like, did that come out right? Did that roll off the tongue okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm always wary, bro. And so so they would fuck with like there's like everybody's got their own mob.
Yeah,
bro.
and if you want
Irish mafia even.
But it's even more. It's Hasidic. It's like we all read from the same book, but I don't go to Sabbath on Friday.
What is the difference? What is Hasidic? Because like in the Sopranos, bro. I just remember hearing about the Hasidic foods.
It's just kosher law. Like you can even look
like really fundamental, so like Christian evangelist
kind of, but I don't even think of it as that intense. Like I 100% would rather be a Christian fundamental. I would rather be Hasidic than a Christian fundamental.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say, bro, hell nah, motherfuckers gotta go out on Sunday and try to convert people. Fuck all that.
Yeah, and women have autonomy of the
well, I do notice
a lot of kids
like the Jewish religion is a lot more. They care about their women. I feel like a lot more than like a Catholic.
Bro, have you ever met an angry Jewish lady? Like, there's no way.
Yeah, she was being nice.
You cannot stop that force.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah.
And that comes from having the freedom to express, like, just any type of feelings in general. Like, you know, and Catholicism is just like, fucking, you belong to your husband and shit. And, like, it's Jewish religion, from what I know, is you're not Jewish unless your mom's Jewish, right?
Yeah. But,
So
like,
there's a lot of
that,
on the matriarch.
that all comes from hundreds of years of oppression. Like there's a whole like women's Jewish socialist group. If all the Jewish men died, there would be able to be a Jewish women's army.
Like, as in, like, kind of like they all are ready for that? Like,
Not like violently. They're just like, we got this shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll handle it.
Yeah,
for you.
don't
like
care.
Like
Yeah.
this chick
Yeah.
with the bandana and everything. You can do it. That's what's up. I fuck with that. Well, it's kind of it's
Like this chick with a bandana.
you know what I'm talking about? Homegirl with they got her at the wash. Every laundromat is this chick with the fucking the picture. You know, you can do it.
Rosie the Riveter.
That, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to make rivets. Rivets and divots. No, but that's cool. That kind of gives me like Thor vibes.
Fuck yeah.
It's just like, it doesn't matter. Well, I mean, you know, there's like a lot of land disputes even, you know, now, but
Well, we
it's
can
just
talk
like,
about that, but
no, we'll save that for, another fucking day.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter the land, it's more of like the people. It's like, Asgard is a people. It's not a country. It's not a land. It's not an island. It's these are these people. We're Asgardians. Wherever we go, it doesn't matter. Just what we rap.
Yeah, and you're like, Jews are a monotheistic religion, but I was raised with this saying that you put two rabbis in a room to talk about one issue and they'll come out with hundreds of different opinions.
Ah,
So that's like the
Yeah, that's
perfect
beautiful.
example
I love
of like, our people.
that's awesome, man.
And that's kind of how it should be. Like, I don't want to knock someone for being like a little bit more Jewish or less Jewish than I am until it like impedes on our instate.
On your shit. Yeah, it's like the Christian person is like always like, what about you? What about you? It's like, hey, bitch, chill. Like, why are you coming at me, bro, with the fucking religion, dog? Like, you know, I'm here too. I'm trying to do my thing. You're so fucking Christian that you don't do this, and that. Don't judge me for not also partaking in that level of.
I'm coming to buy some weed from a Hasidic Jew because I got to see what this shit is about.
Bro, I'm curious.
I want some weed blessed by a rabbi.
Oh, like,
Some
any-
kosher Kush?
Bro,
How is that not a thing yet, bro? Is it a thing?
you want to hear about Kosher Kush?
Let's go. I want to hear.
So Kosher Kush used to be called Jews.
That's a green room sponsor.
Sponsored by Kosher Kush. Kosher Kush used to be called Jews Gold. The weed used to be called Jews Gold. And
We used to have Acapulco Gold back in the day, bro. That was our shit.
the cannabis community thought it was too offensive, so they just called it Kosher Kush, and they're running with that.
Yeah, I'll fuck with it.
Right? Like, I'll call it Jews Gold, but you guys can't call it.
No, I call it kosher. Kush. That KK, bro.
But back to Hasidic selling stuff, like, I think it's interesting, and I'm a Jew. Like, if like there's a camera or a film production company called B&H, letters B and H, and that's a Hasidic company, so you can't buy anything on Sabbath. But they have they are such a well-run, like, I mean, I'm sure they would find.
They got the orders. They got the orders down so that you don't have to.
They have some
order
good shit.
yeah, that's pretty sick, man. It's pretty sick. I fuck with. This is fun. We got really deep into the Jewish bag, but
Yeah, I've talked about this since Hebrew school.
that's sick. That's pretty sick. But I fuck with the community, bro, that I see from like Jewish people. Like Jewish people fuck with each other, dog. It's so I know you feel this, bro. It's so hard to get your own people to fuck with you, dog. It's so fucking hard. And I notice Asians go hard for each other, Jewish people go hard for each other, and like Indian and like Armenian people, Middle Easterns, they go hard for each other. It's so fucking hard for me and Sean to get our own people to fuck with us, bro. It's crazy.
You have to create moments for people.
Mm-hmm.
To want to fuck with you.
Yeah,
I feel that.
Like back in the day, like when our people weren't allowed to do things, they created it themselves.
Damn, so you had to fuck with each other.
So you had a Yiddish theater.
You had to because other people weren't fucking with you.
And on top of that, Yiddish wasn't even supposed to be the language of the Jewish people. That was just like, we don't want people to know about what we're talking about.
That's kind of cool. I kind of like that though.
Slang.
Yeah, it's slang, bro. I don't want Instagram to catch up to what I'm doing right now. So let me just tell you, tap in, nothing for sale, hashtag motherfucking gas pump. Gas pump emoji. You know what it is. Tap inwardly. Damn, that was funny, huh? That was I thought I was just bullshitting, bro. That was good.
And now we're back to NPR News here in Washington.
That was the new one by.
Yes, that was by Liu Kang.
This is a good episode.
Hell yeah. Okay, can we do one thing that we planned before we get out of here?
What do you mean, like one thing that we planned?
Yeah, no, that we planned already previously.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's talk about. First of all, I want to talk about the state of LA. It's a fucking mess right now, bro. Like shit is going crazy. I won't even get super deep into it, but let's just say R.I.P. to a whole bunch of people that were literally just doing their fucking thing, bro.
Can't get chicken and waffles out here.
I have two conspiracies. They're both LA based.
Okay.
One is about the city. The other one is about the Lakers.
Oh.
All right. Let me start with the city. I feel like motherfuckers just want us out of LA, bro. Like I feel like a lot of people are getting convicted of shit and things are just happening and prices are going up and things are going on and everybody like I grew up here, bro. Everybody I grew up with grew up here. We're all ready to get the fuck out of here, dog. I feel like it's on purpose. I feel like they're making way for other people to move in. And it's just like, let's let things, and rather than kick people out like they did with O Block, were we recording? Did we get that on mic here? Because I feel like we recorded this episode a few times. But if that's here, O Block, it got bought out and sold out and nobody's there anymore. And I feel like, unfortunately, Chicago doesn't have like the representation LA does. So if they were to try to do something like that out here, we would raise hell.
I'm not sure how Chicago is run, but you have so many different municipalities here in LA that like it could happen in some places and not in others.
Gotcha.
Rick Caruso for mayor. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
but you'll see in different parts of LA the mall, like
kind of what I'm getting at, bro.
Malls,
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Like malls look really, really specific, and it's literally because it was designed and made by one person.
Yeah, no, the Grove, the Emerald, all that shit is the same person. What I'm saying is, how like if I wanted to get rid of people and I didn't want to tell them to get the fuck out, I would just leave the heat on.
Yeah.
And let these motherfuckers sweat so bad to the point where like, you know what, I'm just gonna go home, bro. I don't want to kick it here anymore. So I feel like that's kind of what's going on. I don't have a question for that. I'm just saying that's just how I feel. Now, let's move on to the Lakers.
Oh, okay. Well, here's my theory about the Lakers.
Okay.
The Lakers have been around since the beginning of the NBA. They weren't in the initial NBA. They were in the NBL. First, it was the NBL and the BBA, and they merged to become the NBA.
The BBL.
But in the first coming years, in the 1940s, when this league started, the early 40s, the first 5 championships went to George Mikan and the Minneapolis Lakers.
Oh, shit.
After they, and when they moved to Los Angeles, George Michael broke his leg and his hand in the finals, and they didn't win.
Do you know what year they moved to LA?
I believe 51. It might have been
Do
before.
you have the answer to that question, Max, or you just asking
This is right around the time.
Close. It was 1960.
There you go.
Okay, that's when they moved to LA. All right, so this is my timeline's wrong. But George Mikan, when he got hurt and they stopped winning those first 5 championships, that's the start of that Second World War. Okay?
Okay.
Then they move to the 60s. The Lakers don't win another championship until 69. Through the entire 60s was the Civil Rights Revolution. And then they go into the 70s. They win one at the beginning of the 70s and don't win another one until 1979-80. So then they start winning in the 80s, right? And they win all through the 80s, going through the finals. Then they get to the 90s, and Magic Johnson leaves. He gets AIDS, and they don't win nothing. And the Rodney King riots happen, right? Then they go and they get Shaq and Kobe in the late 90s, and they win. But then when Shaq leaves, we get George W. Bush as the president. Then Kobe comes back, and he wins some championships. But then when Kobe retires in 2016, we get Donald Trump. Then when Donald Trump leaves in 2020, the Lakers win another championship and we get LeBron. Here's my theory. When the Lakers are good, the world is all good. The world is good. And when the Lakers are bad, the world is in disarray.
Yeah. So it's
That is fucking hilarious.
they have like a cultural momentum that they're a part of, and they create these moments of positive change that people don't really realize until
It's a ripple effect. It's like reverse trickle down
That's what I'm
economics.
saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Root for the Lakers if you root for the
Yeah, if you really fuck with US, you fuck with the Lakers. Bro.
So what? So it's 222 right now. Brittany Griner's in prison. Ukraine is worth Russia. So I'm gonna guess 229.
We're pretty mid right now. We're pretty mid right now.
226 to 229. We're gonna have a Lakers
Domination. Yeah, there you go. That's what's up.
We're gonna have a resurgence.
Yeah. Oh, and also, I guess Ukraine's gonna win the war. Then, what does do other good things happen at that time?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. When the Lakers win, good things happen. So,
Okay.
you know, Ukraine's gonna push back on Russia.
Okay.
Putin's gonna be like, I was just joking. Right? Brittany Griner, we're gonna legalize weed in Russia. Brittany Griner's gonna be like, yo, what the fuck about me? And then, you know, she's gonna make an Instagram video. They're gonna let her go. Next thing you know, Bronny's playing with LeBron in LA.
Everything's working.
Fucking alley-oop. Fucking slam dunk. Movie's over. Things are great. Confetti's falling, dude.
Brittany Griner and I actually, we hooked up in college.
Alright, this has been the Luke Kane Kicking It podcast. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. It's been a great show. We had a good time. It was good.
We're not
Max,
sweating.
plug yourself. Let them know where to go, where we at.
My name's Max Goldman. My bar mitzvah is August 9th, 2003. You can find me on Instagram at MaxEgram. That's MaxEgram. And my show is The Green Room LA. That's one word, TheGreenLA. On Instagram, first Fridays at Venice.
Hell yeah.
At Alana's Coffee.
Point upwards so people know where to click.
Oh, and of course, praise Jock.
Alright, there you go.
Oh wait, to click and subscribe or
Like to
Swipe up.
click. Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna try that.
Dude, just go like this. Just go like this. Maxigram.
Maxigram right here.
Boom.